days?
I'm back. Some part two up in here. So, going back 4 minutes ago, he was discussing that he came here to just watch movies. That she was over the age of 18. I think he said that. Also, we discussed his stupid ass screen name, Nad Socks. I'm not sure what the hell that's supposed to mean. And she told Sarah was chatting with him, and that he's in this predicament now where he needs to explain himself. But he should have just shut his fucking mouth. But if he did, we wouldn't get this great video. So thank you, Davut, for fucking yourself.
Do you know how old the person is that you're coming to visit? You remember how old she said she was?
18.
18? No. I've got the chat log right here.
Oh,
She says she's 15 years old. Would you like to see this? This is your chat between you and her.
She showed a picture and she looked 20.
this is the most idiotic response. So the decoy actually states that she's 15. All right, it's there. That's evidence. But he's gonna say 18, and then he says, "Oh, her picture, she looked over 18. Well, look 20." But you can't assume that stuff. You know, that's completely idiot. Like that's just so dumb. They're just the police aren't gonna buy that. You can't just say, "Oh, since her picture looked over the age of 18, I'm gonna assume that she's over the age of 18, even though she wrote here in this document that she is 15 years of age." It, I can't just go to a store and let's say I go to Subway. I order a $5 footlong. If those still exist, I haven't been to Subway in forever. I go and I order a $5 footlong. I get to the front line, and then the cashier says, "Okay, it's $5 with some tax." "Oh, I thought it was $3. Looking at the turkey sandwich, get it, turkey sandwich. I assumed it would be $3. You screw with me. My name is Ned Sok. What is your name?" "Oh, my name is Sarah." "She told Sarah, you make this price $3. I assume based on picture of sandwich $3. That's fucking stupid. You can't just assume that. It's not gonna work in real life. So he put himself in a deeper hole. Just shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, but what did she say here? Here, look what she says. She says she's 15-year-old. 15 years old. That's what she says.
What is that textbook right here? Is this like a fucking English to Turkish dictionary or something?
Have any phone conversations with this girl that you were coming to see? Did you talk to her on the telephone?
Mm-hmm.
How long did you talk to her?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Oh, Davut Ozkan's phone call. I believe Joey Jeremiah actually has, or a Candid fellow might have that. I might have to give that a nice listen. I can only imagine how shitty that conversation might have been because you can't understand what the fuck he's saying.
What phone did you call from? Did you call from your cell phone here?
Mm-hmm.
Is this your cell phone right here?
Dude, these were the days, man. Look at that old school cell phone. Imagine him getting nudes on that phone. "Oh, yes. She told Sarah send me titty pic. I can barely see with all my 3 megapixel camera. I take picture of my cook."
Mm-hmm.
And you called her from this number here?
Yeah.
What is your cell phone number? What's the phone number?
Please don't let them to show. I'll talk.
What is your cell phone number here, sir?
44074911520.
So he's completely ashamed, and he knows that the cameraman is there. So he's gonna keep his head down. He's pleading, "Please do not show," and he doesn't want his private information out, which is fair. All right, no one wants their private information out. That's not cool. But you're in front of the police here. You know, you have no fucking choice. And also, Dateline has not made any decisions, like Chris says, to see what will be aired or not. And they're most likely not going to air your fucking cell phone number to the public. But they will today on YouTube. That's no, there's no choice in that. I mean, you're fucked. But I think the reason why that they showed, or this video didn't bleep out his cell phone number is because he's no longer in the U.S. Maybe that's why.
440, I can't write that fast. 440.
749
749
1520
9520.
1.
It's such a frantic attempt. He speaks so fast that his phone number, so he can just assume that the cameraman. He's so fast that he assumes that the cameraman will not pick it up. Like there's no recording equipment to this date that can pick up such a quick-paced cell phone number readout. Like he's an idiot. He's grasping at straws.
1520. That's your cell phone number?
He's shivering right here. It's not because he's cold.
What did you talk about when you talked to her on the phone?
Oh man.
Just meet it, movie, watch movie.
To meet here to watch a movie?
Mm-hmm.
What movie were you going to watch with her?
Any movie, I don't know.
Any movie?
Mm-hmm.
Was it going to be a porn movie?
No.
No? Because in the chat log you talk about bringing a porn movie with you.
I wonder what kind of fucking porn Davut Ozkan watches. I like to watch exploited teens and goat porn. I know that sounds fucking insensitive, but fuck it. It's Davut Ozkan. He did this to himself. But for real, I can only imagine him with his lanky ass fucking body sitting on his goddamn chair in front of his fucking computer with this big ass fucking nose that's in the way of everything, just sitting there whacking it off. This guy's a pathetic loser, and I can't believe like I can. I mean, he's here, but he did this to himself. He fucked himself up, and that's his fault.
I just making joke. It was fun. I didn't think movie. I just
Yes, I'm listening.
please don't this TV to show me. I can stay in jail forever in my life, but please don't.
I understand.
So Davut would rather stay in prison for the rest of his life rather than to have his ugly ass fucking face all over the internet and news and all that. I understand that. So he's probably from a strict conservative family up in Turkey. Now, Turkey is an Islamic country, which is no big deal, like no problem. That's just the way it is, you know. Like that's a lot of their family members up there. I've known some Turkish guys. I've known a lot of Middle Eastern guys, which are close by of Turkey, who are very, very sensitive to whatever their image is to their family. So, for example, if they do something, it affects their family, and they always think of that, and they end up fucking up their lives because they believe everything that they do will affect their family, their mom and dad. So a lot of the young guys that come here for college, for example, they go out, they party like crazy, but they're very strict conservative with when it comes to issues of their family. They put on a good face, and they're very worried about what their family thinks and of being shunned or disowned or anything like that. It's a big deal to them, and I understand that. I can see why Davut is really upset, scared, and he's really, really worried because his family, he shamed his entire family. And if his family has any status over there in Turkey, they're probably fucked too if they catch wind of what happened here in the U.S. for their son. And that sucks. It truly sucks because the action of one should not affect the others, but in reality, this world is not ideal, and that's just the way it is. So Davut doesn't just feel bad for himself. He feels bad because his parents and his entire, his brothers, sisters, or grandparents maybe will catch wind of this, and everybody in their neighborhood will probably know, in their community. And I understand how he feels, but again, if there was a little girl there and he did commit a crime, that's even more catastrophic than losing his image to his family and the surrounding community of nearby his family. So he can go fuck himself.
Matt,
Please don't allow them.
I understand that.
If you understand, don't allow. Please.
Where are the computers located that you're using to talk to this person? Are they in your car?
My house.
They're at your house?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your address?
This address.
I'm sorry?
This address I give you.
Okay. What were you going to do with the girl when you met her?
Watch movie, hang out together.
Oh man, he's such a bullshitter. Part 3 up next.